Just a minute. Who is it?
Dr. Krenz, I'm Paul Schmidt.
Are you here to fix the electricity?
No, sir, I was a friend of Carl.
Oh, Paul Schmidt. Come in. I don't have much to offer you. Just tea, I'm afraid. That and bread. I mean, they give you half a kilo of bread a day and only a spoonful of butter to put on it. I mean, I'd like to meet the idiot who came up with this system.
Tea is fine, thank you.
Please, sit down.
Can't stay long. I just wanted to express my condolences.
Well, it was very kind of you to stop by. Carl never brought anyone here. I'm glad to know that he had good, loyal friends who thought well of him. Here, you might like to have one of these. Were you and Carl schoolmates?
I was actually several years younger than Carl. He was my squad leader in the Hitler Youth.
Ah, yes, I see. Were you in the same army unit together?
After my 6 months of labor service, I started working for the government.
Ah, excellent. The government needs good people. I never understood Carl's love of the army. I mean, he should have gone to university. Oh, pardon me. Oh, I've been trying to work by lamplight, and it's getting the better of my eyes. One of my colleagues has taken, well, an unscheduled leave, and I've had to assume his workload.
Dr. Barth.
Yes. Yes. You know Dr. Barth.
I know of him.
You're a member of the party?
Yes.
When was the last time you saw Carl?
In the spring, just before his unit was mobilized. He told me to look out for you.
I'm not using a cane just yet. What do you mean, look out for me?
He just wanted me to tell you that you need to be careful.
I don't understand.
Do you know why Carl never brought any of his friends here?
Well, he was probably afraid that I'd start lecturing you.
Each week, a group leader in the Hitler Youth would line us up and ask us if we had anything to report. A neighbor acting suspicious, a parent criticizing the government. Carl was afraid that you would say something wrong. That's why he never brought anyone here.
What did he think I would say that was wrong?
Things critical of the government.
Such as?
He told me you once said, "It is dangerous to be right when the government is wrong."
I was quoting Voltaire.
And I've heard you spreading stories critical of the district leader of Baden.
What stories?
Something about his wife killing their son.
No. No. That was the Margrave of Baden during the Middle Ages. His wife took their baby son to the upper tower of the castle. She held him out over the parapet and told him, "Everything that you see, every acre, every tree, every man, every animal is yours. But you must be hard. You must be cruel. You must be as God's fist over the land and make them obey you." The baby suddenly squirmed in her hands and fell to his death. It's a story I tell to my students.
And you don't think that could be seen as a criticism of the government?
It's ridiculous. It's a historical anecdote. How could anyone possibly construe that as criticism of the government?
Maybe someone who found your behavior suspicious.
And what have I done that could be considered suspicious?
Last week, someone observed that at a party rally, you didn't display the proper enthusiasm during the playing of the national anthem.
That was the day they informed me that Carl had been killed. Who told you this?
And you were heard speaking to Dr. Barth about the war negatively.
Half the population of this country didn't want that war. How do you know this?
It's part of my job, I work for the SD.
The State Security Service.
I've been following you for the last 2 weeks.
You're a spy.
I prefer to think of it as protecting the Reich.
You were on the bus with us that last day I saw Barth. Do you know where he is?
He's in protective custody.
Has he been charged with something?
No.
You've been keeping him for over 2 weeks without charges? That's illegal.
Actually, it's not. Article 1 of the People's Protection Act allows us to hold individuals under suspicion.
Suspicion of what?
Activities against the state.
He's an economics professor. What activities could you possibly be talking? You're here to arrest me. Is that it?
That's what I'm trying to prevent. I owe your son that. One year at Carnival, I met a girl and fell in love. Problem was, her father was a communist. Your son signed my name to a letter to the girl saying that I didn't want to have anything to do with her anymore. I wanted to kill him. That's the problem with being young. You have no idea that one simple decision, one word, can ruin the rest of your life. But Carl understood that. If I'd had a record of socializing with a communist, my life might not be very good right now. I'm trying to make you understand that you are living in a world that doesn't exist anymore. You and your colleagues at the university think that your position and your past protect you. You don't have to be a communist or a Jew or a Jehovah's Witness or a Freemason or any other outlawed group to be suspected of disloyalty.
What have I done that could be seen as disloyal?
You repeat seditious quotes by Voltaire. You tell that story of the Margrave of Baden.
Is that why you arrested Dr. Barth, for telling historical anecdotes?
If I were you, I would forget about Dr. Barth. Right now, he is in a camp for dissidents at Esterwegen. And if he is very compliant, he will be home in a month or two. At which point it would be best if you not have any contact with him.
Isn't he going to be tried in a court of law?
No, that's just it. They don't have to try him. There is no trial. Dr. Barth was taken to State Secret Police headquarters where a form called a D11 was placed in front of him to sign. The form stated that he personally requested to be placed in protective custody.
Why would anyone sign something like that?
Because they'll beat you until you do. You have to become a party member.
I'm not interested in politics.
That's not the point. It's about appearances. For instance, you might find a better place to hang the Führer's picture than behind the front door.
The law requires that we hang a picture of the Führer in the house. It does not specify which wall. I'm a loyal German citizen. What difference does it make whether or not I'm a party member? I'm a veteran of pure blood, and now I've lost my only son to this goddamned war.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Talk like that can get you put away. It's called weakening the martial spirit. It's criticizing the war effort. It doesn't matter what you think. It's what they think that matters. Everything I have heard from you up to this point is forgotten. But I cannot and will not continue to protect you, because until you resign yourself to the new order, you're a dangerous acquaintance. I have to go. Goodbye, Dr. Krenz.
Dr. Albert Krenz,
Yes.
State Police. I'd like to talk with you, sir.
About